Hello you guys. So in today's video I'm coming to you with a very first mukbang. So for today's video we're going to be indulging? No, digging in. We're going to be smothering our faces with it's gonna be having a plain chicken and chips, and we have nuggets, a nuggety situation going on the side. Okay, so without further ado, let's begin. So today's video was like, honestly, this was random. I don't even know why I wanted to do mukbang. No, the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm running out of ideas for videos. So I'm fucking desperate. Oh, wait, I think I should like move closer. I'm gonna move closer. Okay, yeah. Wait. What do you talk about during mukbangs? Okay, we'll start off with our day. It's currently, what is it? It's 12:57, so basically 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And we just had our orientation. So now I'm in like my third year of medical school, and so we had our orientation this morning from like 10 o'clock to 11. And so what we basically did was just go through what we're gonna do for the year. So we're going through the number of cases, what kind of cases, and just, you know, talking about the whole year's curriculum basically. And yeah, so I think that's it. I got together with like a couple of friends. We started to like catch up and went our separate ways afterwards. What else do you talk about? Okay, so how about we talk about, we're gonna talk about what I'm gonna be doing, right? Because why not? You know, it's my fucking channel. I'm gonna talk about me. Like, I'm gonna go in for a nugget. Wait, what the fuck? So, I'm in year 3, right? Third year of my, a third year of medical school. And, so we're gonna be, for this year, we're gonna be doing, if I remember correctly, I think 18 cases. So in medical school, you have like this thing called PBL. It's called, it's a short form of problem-based learning. And so what it means is, most of your learning is based solely on you. They'll give out questions, right? And we call these questions our guides. So basically, these questions are how we learn medicine. Yeah. So for this, then you have cases. Now cases are, it's basically the topics that we're learning this year. So for example, you can have a case that involves a patient with a headache, right? So you have a headache, and then under headache you'll have like these different sets of questions which we call guides, and then based on these questions we answer these questions, do research, do extra readings, and then we come back doing tutorials, and then we just present it and then see if it's right or wrong, and then we just have open discussions. So that's basically what we do in medical school. Yeah, PBL, problem-based learning. So if you're watching this and you want to do medicine, don't. It is not killed, it's not killed, but you want to do it. But for me, I wouldn't advise someone who's like confused on what to do to take medicine, because that shit is not cured. So overall, we have like 18 cases, right? Our first case is to do with stitches. And then I think our second case is to do with a tumor in the cerebellum. And then you have someone with cataracts, and another one with like a fever and whatnot. It's a lot, basically. So okay, so what we do during classes, right? So in PBL, as I mentioned, like all the learning is basically put onto us to do ourselves, right? We have lectures, obviously, but that's not really enough to know what to do. What was I talking about? Oh yeah. So that's PBL, right? You read and you learn on your own. Okay. Now for tutorials, it's also the same way. We do have like a tutor, but most of like the conducting of classes and just how to like go about answering each question and like presenting each question and questioning the answers to each question is done by students. So it's medical school. It's basically run by students. You have, tutors are there to assist, lecturers are there to teach most of the time. Oh, I got the shade. But yeah, most of the work is done by students. And so when you enter a tutorial group, you're put into groups, right? A very big principle in medical school is that although you're there to like fight for your individual spots, you do it as a team. So it's a team effort. So that's what we do. You put into groups, and then these groups are your teams basically, right? Each group is assigned to a specific tutor. Now, for each group, you will have like a tutor, and then you have a student that like acts as a tutor. So this student is given like the title, the chairperson of the group, and then the person who like assists the tutor and like writes stuff on board and just like notes down everything that's like going on in class, we call that person a scribe. So these two are like responsible for like conducting the class or whatever. Yeah. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm just talking shit. I'm trying to make I'm trying to make content. So that's basically medical school in a nutshell. That, and the added pressure, depression, mental health issues and whatnot, the suicide attempts or whatever. It's a very rough journey. It's a rough life being a medical student. So I'm in my third year now. So what that means is that I'm in my last preclinical years. So preclinical years is basically the years where you learn about theory. No. Clinical years are basically like the theory years of medicine. So all you do is just read up on notes. What else? Read up notes and just like reading up on and like just getting to know the basic principles of how the body works, internal environment, and how the outside world influences the inside of our bodies and whatnot. And so the preclinical years are the first 3 years of medical school. So that's when the first year, second year, and third year. I'm in my third year. And then the clinical years are from like the 4th year all the way to your 6th year. Now this is where you are based now in hospitals. You're what do you call it? You're kind of like practicing, but not. I don't know if you would call it like an intern or like a resident. No, not a resident. Yeah, somewhat of like you're just there to practice, observe, and just like if they tell you to do things, then you'll do things. But basically, I think it's just like observation. I'm not really sure, but yeah. So that was that from like my side. Let's talk about something else. Oh. Have you guys been like tuning in on the whole Jeffree Star drama? No, not Jeffree Star, sorry, James Charles drama. So if you don't know, James, there's like this young guy, I think around 15, 16 years old. He came up on the internet, and then he was like accusing James Charles of like pedophilia and shit, which and then James Charles like, I didn't really know your age, you didn't disclose it, and then this guy's like, bitch, I disclosed it, it's on my account, how could you miss it, right? But then this went on, and then, you know, he started showing us, like, the messages that Charles would send him. And, you know, the thing that I don't get is that this is not the first time that, like, James Charles has ever been accused of doing such disgusting shit like this. I think this is, like, his third time, basically. So, here I am thinking, okay, bitch, at this point, it's true, you know, he's a freak, he's a pedophile, he's fucking crazy. But people are still defending him, although, you know, multiple young boys have come out and, you know, accused him of such acts, and, you know, they've, like, posted up shit about him. You know, at some point, you just have to question whether the person you're defending is in the wrong or not. Because I personally believe that, you know, he does this shit. Like, he does it. It's just fucking nasty. But anyway. I don't know what I'm talking about. What else do I talk about during mukbang? I don't think I'm ever gonna do a mukbang again. This is so boring. You know what? I should have made notes. What else do you want to talk about during mukbangs? Oh my god, who else does this? Like, whenever I eat a bone like this, after eating off the flesh, I always go in for, like, the end of the bone. I don't know why. I don't know if there's, like, a nutritional value to this, or, you know, if it's just, like, out of habit. But, like, shit. It's so fucking weird. What else do you talk about during a fucking mukbang? Oh no. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna end the video. I don't know where this was going. So with that being said, thank you all so much for joining me. If you want to see more from me, bitch, you know, don't like this video, don't subscribe. This was a fucking failure. I'm a failure. But anyway, yeah, maybe we shall start signing out.